Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now Ryan on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
On second down, here's Barkley. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 22. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jones looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they?
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
Ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
46-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ryan. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now it's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Barkley on the carry.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. You call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this throw caught left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's the end of the first.
And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Hey, Tuesday. Check Mike 54.
Ryan will throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1-yard line.
They go play action with Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Falcons 10, Giants 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
To the 49-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Able to get away.
That's why he keeps the legs churning.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. His throw caught right around the 6.
Jones pass.
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
First and goal, Giants.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Another try for Barkley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 22-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Score Giants 17. Falcons 10. Graham Gano set to kick.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Up 2nd and 3. at the 30.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
He was covered by...
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
22.
They go play action now. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Jones now on 3rd down. He'll rifle this. And got his man complete. The 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 62 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Saquon Barkley, fighting off the defender. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Giants 24. Falcons 13. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and goal, Gurley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Carter brought him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Falcons 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Kendall Sheffield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is now 2.
His kick is good. Makes the score Falcons 26. Giants.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones throwing after the interception. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And this is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's third down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Here's Jones to throw on third down. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down, Giants.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44, Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow...
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 52 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Giants 24.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
They run. It's Gurley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Gurley, the ball.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it. Because once...
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 20.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Got an open man. It's Radley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Not much there, only a yard.
A gain of a yard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And all the way in And touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the 27th, Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Falcons, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.